After the local fishmongers, right the way through, fishermen, right the way through to the restaurants. And what we've got here today is I'm going to show you some different cuts, some different ways to utilise some of the smaller fish that you wouldn't use. And at Samways, our main aim is to give you the best quality product, but also to show you that sometimes the local fishermen, they'll throw away smaller fish because we don't know what to do with them. We don't know how to utilise that. So today I'm gonna go through some of the fish, which I'd love for you to obviously auction from here and take from us, and it'll be a good evening or good afternoon. Any of you that got any questions whatsoever? I mean, I know I've worked with the lady just there in the corner, which we did the squid this afternoon, which was really good. I think it was a great experience, and hopefully you'll encourage everyone else to buy some of the fish and egg me on the same as I did yourself earlier.
Anybody here? You all know Duncan Lucas from Passionate About Fish? Yes? No? Well, Duncan is an expert fishmonger. This man claims to talk everything he knows. So what we're doing is we're actually going to do the pocket place challenge for the champagne, where Duncan Lucas is a bit of a fish guru, but he's a bit like Yoda. You know, it's the older you get, the tighter you get. I mean, I don't mean that in any disrespect to anyone, but it's about time somebody came behind him and sort of took the challenge a little bit. And I think it's been done in last year. I think it was in 2 minutes to pocket a place, which is we will use a lemon sole, but you fillet it from the inside, turn it inside, put it back, and then fill it with champagne. And obviously we'll pull somebody from the audience, maybe the gentleman there just to the right of you actually with the glasses on, and bring them up, and then we'll fill it with champagne, and if it leaks, I'll be underneath it to make sure, and if not, but Duncan last year I think did it in 2 minutes. Hold on a minute, Nick, I've just got to correct you there. Apparently I've just been 40 seconds. 40 seconds.
Okay. That's why I'm still.
No, hold on, we got another correction. 43 seconds.
43.
Yes, but he had a minute.
But he had a minute. Yeah. Okay. I'll have a minute. I'm going to try it just on the basis that he's coming tomorrow. I mean, I did ring him earlier just before I came on and said.
Whoa.
Only one.
Show me the weight from last year.
I ought to say this is Guy Grimston. Guy always does a great job at helping out the Dorset Seafood Festival, and is a fantastic auctioneer. So please go with Guy on this one, folks.
You understand?
Yes, let's rock and roll.
Okay. I'm going to start with the gurnard first.
We try how well it's
I mean, this is not the greatest, but obviously at Samways where you get a bright colour, it's bright red. I mean, obviously we do port to plate in sort of 24 hours, so it's literally straight from Brixham or Plymouth, and it's straight through. Normally with the smaller fish, the larger fish you can have single fillets. And with the smaller fish, what I like to do is try and keep it whole. So I'm going to show you how to prepare the fish as if it was a smaller one. So what you do is
very important. What does it taste like? Because I've never had it.
It's quite strong.
What does it go with?
It's quite strong in flavour. I mean, normally back in Wales we did in a restaurant, you do it with something sort of like a light curry sauce, so it balances it out because it's quite a strong flavoured fish. You don't want a weak flavoured sauce, so you wouldn't want beurre blanc or anything like that. You would want something that's a little bit stronger. So normally we would do it with a curried mussel sauce, so that it sort of balances it out between the two. So I'm just going to run it through the back of the fins to the top. So what you've done there is you've actually taken that, all the top bones, and these are quite vicious, as you can see. And then just with your knife, just tuck behind the side, and then the same on this side. And then just through the middle, you can just cut through the bone, just to release it. So what you've done there is you can actually push that through. And then on this side, just cut either side. And then all you need to do is, with your knife, just hold it down, and you can literally pull it back, and you actually remove all the waste and all the head, and any of the, obviously any of the guts or anything like that. The one thing you don't want to do is burst any of that and actually cover any of the fish.
So that would taint the fish quite badly.
It would. It's just the flavour, and obviously it's messy. I mean, the ideal thing that we do is everyone that works at Samways, we train everyone to make sure that anything that we do, we don't burst anything. You don't want to mix anything with that. So the guys that we have are very well trained, and they're great fishmongers. And then just with your knife, you just scrape any of the bloodline or the bone, and then with your scissors, just trim any of the fins. And again, the main thing for this is the fact that normally everybody would buy fillets, whether it's at home or even supermarkets. I mean, I'm not a great lover of supermarkets at all. I think the local fishmongers, I'll go back to where it came from, where you can hang pheasants outside. I know you can't do that these days, but just to go back to it and look after your local fishermen, and then obviously try and educate the chefs as well. So what you've got there, if that was a smaller fish, there's a worry that sometimes when you use fillets that you'll put those on a pan and you'll scrape it with a spatula and it breaks up. With that, it won't. It's actually got the seal on the side, you've got the membrane, and you can actually just pan roast that and just keep rolling it around the same as you would anything else. And what you've actually got is 3D. So instead of it being a single fillet, we actually try and bring it back to life a little bit. So that's the gurnard.